Guys, welcome to another, maybe a bonus video. It could be going up Saturday night, this one, with a very early posting, just as a bit of bonus for you, just to thank those people who did the super chat and the Patreon. So super chatters from Friday night and Patrons, and basically everybody from Friday night. It doesn't matter if you super chatted or not, you were still there to chat to me on the tech vids last night, Friday 13th. Was it Friday the 13th? No, Friday the 12th, I think. So thanks for those. It looks like super chat is the way forward. It's going to give me some money for each video. Even if it's 40 quid, that'll do. That will do. That'll keep me going. It just means I can keep buying stuff and putting it in and filming it. So thanks for that. It's going to work. Patreon plus super chat is going to work. So if you think, not maybe on this video because it's a bonus one, but if you think when I do my 1 hour features it's worth 2 quid, it's worth a 3 quid super, it's worth a 5 quid super, then whack it on. And that way it just, you don't have to do it every time, but it seems to work. It gives me that little bit, that little edge I need just to keep going. Anyway, I want to thank you for that, those people from last night and the Patrons and the YouTube chatters from last night who came along, and we had 1,000 people watch, so that's good. I want to show you that the car does get cleaned. Remember, we started Friday night's film with a very mucky bramble, but now look, all desalted, all waxed, all with the Maguires, cleaned underneath with the washer. Look, I'll show you how clean it is. We went right underneath, including the subframe, the whole lot. It took me 3 hours to clean down. The only thing I've not done is the mud flaps, but underneath here goes back, all the road muck is off. Look how clean it comes up, all comes up back to factory. Okay, so bramble does get looked after, don't think we don't. It's nice and warm in here. Look at our temperature. So all my cars are dry stored at 21 degrees. Always. Even Cortina green is in a warm unit. This car's beautiful. It really is. I'm so proud of this car. I'm so pleased with this car. I can't, my OCD, it's so hard for me to get satisfied with OCD. It's so difficult for me to say, it's not quite done. This is done. I can't do anything to improve it. I know it sounds crazy. Drives like a dream. I think it was Wayne Baker that commented on that 4 hertz growl. Yes, alright, it's only a Pinto, but with that stainless exhaust, that just gives you that nice little note. And now that the timing's all done and the acceleration on that kickdown switch and all those things, the engine just runs like a dream. The gears are nice and smooth. You know, at 80 mile an hour, okay, 75 mile an hour. No one's going to worry if you're doing 75. I don't think 75 is insulting anybody. I think you just cruise. If everyone else is going along, if you seem to be the only person out there, drop to what everyone else seems to be doing. I don't advocate irresponsible driving, but I'm a fan. I'm a believer of 75 mile an hour. Let me know what you think about 75 as a speed. I think that's all right. Yes, we've not got ABS, so we've got to watch that distance, that stopping distance, and road conditions, of course. Rain on the motorway at 75, no. But nice, dry, clear conditions, yeah, cruise. And then you put the cruise on. It's so quiet in the cabin. It's so well appointed in the cabin. It's so sumptuous and luxurious in the cabin. The coach lines on the two-door, it's so nice. This silver birch paint, it's so nice. I just keep coming back to the car. Oops, it's locked. I just keep coming back to the car and wondering at it and just admiring it and wondering at its beauty. Watch this door. Oh, please. Oh, wow. Oh, what a door close. Smells cherry fresh. Big box powder, doorstep challenge Daz. Even with my dust allergy. I don't think I've got a dust allergy, to be fair. Oh, wow. Twin puddle lamps, red outer markers, and that nice incandescent glow. We've not put LEDs on those. Oh, so you see what I'm talking about. It's just so nice. Those heated seats just giving you nice warmth if you've got a sore back. Sometimes when I'm leaning over, you know, we're like at our age, the heated seat just warms your back. Nice and hot, the heated seats. The cruise looks after your drive position. You switch cruise on, then just pop your legs back there with one foot poised, ready to go straight to the brake if needed. But most times just gently fold your legs back and relax your driving position. Hardly any road noise. Really smooth gear changes. The hot wash as well for when that grime builds up on a long distance run, and you can activate that heated red hot jets of foamy goodness, of foamy, nice smelling clear screen Rain-X duped, doused, Rain-X mixed in with the washer fluid, making nice foamy frothy bubbles on the screen. The automatic rain sensing wipers taking over when rain becomes intermittent or heavy, and you want to just let the computer just run the wipers for you. They work perfectly with no faults or no errors and no spurious action. Very nice. The various speed fan control. Look, come on, for the various speed fan control to give you fingertip control of the fan speed, so that you can just get the right amount of cold air blowing on your face in those conditions you don't want it on full power. You've got that vary speed. Look, this choke knob controls the fan speed when you're on position 1 on the control. That's full when you're on position 1, so you can just set it just how the passenger and you like it. Very nice touch. There's the chrome plated washer pedal down there, nicely appointed pedal trims there, done by Pete H Designs. Very nice. Oh yes, the fog lamp is there if it's ever needed. Comes on only when you've got your main beams on. Doesn't come on with the automatic, so that you don't get false triggering. The lovely MP3 systems is a joy to use. FM, electronic FM conversion, MP3 conversion running off the memory stick here. Not one of these jack leads going in. I'm talking about controlling the MP3 songs from these buttons. You can connect to Spotify with this middle button. You can select the normal operation using the traditional electronic circuitry with this button. The radio's untouched. It's added to, not taken away from. Beautiful. These upgraded heater vents, these with the chrome finish on them to add that extra touch of luxury. Wood trimmed hockey sticks, look, as the factory wanted but never got round to doing. Very nice. Multifunction warning lamp, look, tells you if there's frost about to form on the road, or basically comes on just under 2 degrees centigrade. Gives you early warning that there could be frost conditions. Basically tells you watch out. Tells you when your engine goes over temperature. Tells you when your oil pressure's down. Tells you when your fuel level's low. You'll often see this flashing yellow because I'm running the car at the moment on 1/4 of a tank. Reason? Slight leak on the fuel tank sender. A job to do. But don't worry about that. You often see that flashing. It's just because I'm running on low fuel. Good MPG. We're pulling 28s. Wow. I've even pulled a 30 MPG out of this. Nice. The time clock nicely calibrated. Drifts about a minute a week, which isn't bad for these. Very good. Upgraded heater blower motor for Toyota Yaris. Retrofits into the existing blower motor housing with a little bit of work, giving you really fast and torquey airflow. Plenty of torque to force the air through. So we're getting nice fresh air to the face, and with no crossover from the hot elements because it's all sealed in properly, so you get a real true fresh air feel. No bleed from the hot, which they can often bleed and leak. If you do your heater box right, you don't get that. Very nice, cold, fresh air, red hot heat to the feet, combined with your heated seat, gives you lovely warm toes, yet a nice fresh feel to the face. Beautiful that. This lovely almost scratch-free glass we managed to salvage there, giving a nice clear screen look. It's beautifully clean once you've done your glass cleaner. Very nice. The luxury dimming rear view mirror look really helps with these new bright LED lights that the cars have these days. This dimming mirror from a Mondeo fits in lovely, colour coded in as well to match the interior colour scheme. Done in ruby red casing with a black surround, fully automatic dimming mirror. Map reading lamps come in handy all the time. Wouldn't live without those. I know it doesn't look factory there, but it almost does. That's out of a Granada. Purists may pull me on that one. I like that. I don't think it steps out too far. The way that the trimmer did these seats, he did such a great job on those seats. Look. In here then, your heated seat controls, look, here they are. You can set your level of your heated seat there. His and hers. A cubby hole lamp, look. We're illuminated in the tray. Helps finding little bits and bobs. There's our mask, see? Colour-coded mask, of course, courtesy of Chris from Blackpool. Thank you, Chris. Very nice. In the back, just as nice. Those lovely bucket seats in the back, look. Again, look at the trim quality on these. Look how that trimmer's done them. That's a beautiful piece of work. A couple of little creases here, can you see? Most of them have gone, so now it's settled in. Just one little crease I can live with that. Look, see? Just a little one, a little pinch, it's okay. A beautiful headlining. Crease free, very nice. These colour-coded grab handles off the later car, off the 2-litre E. In the back, all colour-coded in. The grab handles. Little details all the time. That's a nice touch. There's our camera mount. Look, that's how we do the filming. Nice suction thing from eBay. Good price, that. 14 quid. Bargain that was, and it's good quality. Vacuum mounted camera mount. We've got false opening windows at the back. We never got round to doing the opening windows. I didn't want to. So those hinges look like openers, but they're not. It's just mock-up. We're keeping with fixed windows for now. I really like this. We've got an illuminated, it's going to bong now. We've got an illuminated cigarette. I like that. Turn it up. Look at these lovely LED lights in here as well. They're nice. All in all, very pleased. So I'm squeaking on the vinyl. So we look after it, and we look after all the cars. Heavily Dinatrolled as well, and every crevice, and every 2 years we re-Dinatroll, and we inspect with our inspection camera and make sure that there's no signs of rust. You will get some rust coming through. Whoops, remember I rebuilt this whole car. So there's going to be the odd crevice and pinch where the paint hasn't got, and you'll see a little bit of rust come out from those areas. I've not spotted any yet, but it will happen when you've dipped a car. Perhaps not so much when you don't dip a car, but when you dip a car, you've lost a lot of those crevices where at the factory, they might have had factory weld-through paint. I've tried to cover them all with weld-through primer, but you're bound to get something somewhere. I haven't spotted it yet, but there will be. Any imperfections you might ask? There's a couple. I scratched the sill when I was lining the door up a little bit, but I put a little bit of touch up. You can just see it there. There it is. Look, a little scratch there when I was doing the doors, but it was hard to get. A couple of imperfections. There are some. Where are they? There's a couple of fish eyes in it from when we had some paint repaired. I'd like to get them out really for show season. And now we're going to do that. See, that's the problem. You're going to have people scrutinising every inch of the car, and it's not going to be perfect. Especially when I've been daily driving it. It does seem a shame to daily drive it, but there is a method to the madness. It's not madness, is it? But it's so I can, break the car in And then when it's broken in and you're totally happy with it, then you can store it and then use it maybe in more of a rotation with the other cars. I'll always be going out every day in a Cortina. Whether it's always this one, I don't know. And now, just to your left of your screen, then you saw a flash of yellow. We'll finish talking about this. Oh, we've got boot lights. Oh, hang on. I'm about to give you a reveal. Hold on, the keys are in my pocket. I'm about to give you tonight, Saturday night's reveal, and then we might do a chat before the good people arrive tonight. Look at these nice boot lamps. They're nice, very bright. Look, they come in from the what for you'd normally put your side lights on, and these little windows would shine through from the side light bulb. But I've fitted LEDs on a wafer thin cob strip, and you actually get a byproduct. You actually get the tail lamps light up when the boot's up. So if I'm stood here in a dark road and there's traffic approaching, when I open my boot, not only would they see the boot lit up, but you get red tail lights as well. So that's quite an accidental feature. Beautiful boot. I mean, the detailing we did on this boot amazes me. It just does look factory. There's resistor there. I don't need that now. Ignore that. That was for the flash. When you put LED flashers on, you need to put load resistors on, but I'd already fitted them and forgot, so I don't need that. Look, the spot weld detailing. This is a new boot floor from Express Steel Panels. Look how we fitted it. Look at those spot welds. Look at the finish on this boot. Isn't that nice? Look at the detail on those floor bungs. Wow. Yeah. That's a nice boot. Look at that. Spot welds go around on that catch. That catch there. Look at them spot welds. There. Don't they look factory? So I'm very pleased. I'm really, really pleased. Let's see if this closes nice. Whoops. No, it doesn't, does it? That's crap, isn't it? It does. Watch. There you go. Just got to get that right. Just so, as that's going to be, oh, you've not done the boot right. I have. I've got the tension set quite high. That's my excuse. Yeah, right, let's try that one. We want a one-touch boot, don't we? Okay, thank you. Don't worry about that. Boot alignment is good. Hard to get this. Hard to get this. We had to shunt the wing a little bit. I think I did a cut somewhere here and opened it to get the gap because factory never made this a good finish. We got it though. That line to theirs always usually stepped down. I decided to build it without the step down in it because they're always step down on one side here. Tina G being a good example of that. No, it's alright. It's very nice indeed. The ride height, just right ride height with those springs at the front. I'm happy with that. Sits nice, not too low at the front. Have we stayed clean under the chassis? Down we go, heated floor, so no problem to lie down. Bit dark, but look, stays clean, stays nice. Beautiful. Very nice. His bib there, his bib, or his front lower valance. And look at this, nicely connected down to where it meets the front wing with the fillet, the seam sealer in between and overpainted correct. So a nice finish there. One stone chip has appeared, but what can I do? I'm up to 6,000 miles in this car. Nice S&T chrome for the rechroming. A great job, thank you S&T. The best in my opinion, or one of the best. S&T chrome. Bristol, I think. Worth getting stuff rechromed properly. It's there for life. Nice. Clear indicators on this one. LED bulbs. I rate the LED bulbs. Yes, they don't give that period glow, but you are seen properly. They do flash very nicely. You can put a capacitor across them so that they dim down a slight touch so you don't get a harsh off and on. So a capacitor across the LED gives it a decay, what they call decay, as the voltage slowly drops, mocking a incandescent bulb. But very good light penetration on those. They bounce off signs. When I've noticed when I've been parked at a junction and my indicators are on, the LEDs are flashing and reflecting off the signs. The top of the range Philips tail lamp bulbs. I'm going to tell you how to get your best tail light bulbs now for your Cortina or your classic car. I've kept the box because it's so important. Box is up here somewhere. Please tell me it's referenceable. I'm looking now as we speak. There should be an LED box. Certainly for your dash lamps. Do not put any other bulb in your speedo clocks except these. Please don't, because these mean you don't have to keep taking your dash out. The Chinatown ones on eBay do not work. You'll be replacing them. You need Philips dashboard lamps. Okay? They're expensive. They're 10 quid each. So it's going to cost you 30 quid to do your dash, because there's 3 in there. And 40 quid to do your centre clocks if you've got a GXL. So if you've just got a normal XL dash or a normal L, 30 quid, but it's worth it because they don't break. They're porcelain, they're properly engineered with a 12-year guarantee. Those ones from eBay, well, they don't last. These Philips ones, they're worth every penny. Those ones from eBay, they're worth about a penny. I want to show you the tail light bulbs. They've got to be here somewhere, folks. I do try and keep tidy as well. I like to keep my workshop of a tidy-ish level. I hate mess, as most of us do. Where are the LED? Where's the box for the tail lights? Please. That's the other set. It should be here. I kept it especially for this. Philips. Classic car mags there. We made it into the mags, of course. That was a good achievement. We made 2 editions of Classic Ford recently on the cover, PC. No. Oh dear. What I'll do the reveal, and probably the box will come to me. Why is it not handy? Not happening. Could be somewhere else. Excuse me. We haven't got it. Philips do the tail lamps as well. So when you're looking for these ones, get the stop and tail bulbs for the back. Don't get Chinatown. You need the difference between stop and tail, and the Chinatown ones don't give you much difference between stop and tail. So you're going to go on eBay, you're going to look for Philips tail lamps. What are they called for these? Not X10s, not T10s, T5s, or I can't remember. Stop and tail by Philips. As long as you get them from Philips or Osram, you're okay. Osram or Philips or Sylvania, those 3. Okay, just get any of them. You get a great difference between tail and stop. On the Chinatown ones, China are going to do a deal, a great deal. Some say the best deal, China. I can't do Donald Trump, can I? Gee, I didn't know I had to tell you that. I'm going to do a deal, a great deal. Some say the best deal, China. And China. You get great definition between tail and stop, so that when I'm driving down the road, the proper LEDs, they'll cut through the rain, they'll cut through the fog. They're twice the distance visible, or at least another third, okay? And when you hit the brake lamp, they're lovely and bright. Not too stupidly bright so you're going to annoy people, but you shouldn't be sat at the junction with your foot on the brake anyway. People do that and are annoying. Although I sometimes do it, but I've learned not to do it. The proper Osram, Phillips, Sylvania, stop and tail. They've got a little deflector cone on them. Let me see, let me switch them on. Come on, stop messing about. Switch them on and show the people. Okay, get your lights on. This is how things should be. Faster reaction time. There's a delay between on an incandescent bulb when you hit the pedal. This gives you a couple of milliseconds speed. You can warn people your brakes a lot quicker. It's a safety upgrade. Don't let originality, in this case, change your judgment. Go for it with LED tail lights. You'll thank me for it. The proper designed ones, you can tell they're properly made when you look at them. I'm really sorry that I can't get that box. I'll put the link in the video. So if you say, Pete, you never mentioned them, look in this video link and they'll be there. Okay? They're worth every penny. You get that visibility. I've also fitted them in the reverse lamps, but I've got twin bulbs in here, well, a dual bulb in here. I retrofitted the pin so it's a 2-pin bayonet instead of a single pin. Not only do I get reverse, but I get fog as well on my reverse lamps. That's a little feature I've got. It works fantastically. And bright LED lamps, you don't have to get the Philips ones for these, they're not as critical. It makes it so when you put it in reverse, the bloody reverse lamps are that bright you can actually see behind you where you're reversing. The incandescent bulbs don't throw as much off. So there's another safety upgrade. And again, rear tail light LEDs. Rear indicator LEDs for a bright flash. And again, as I said, you can put a cap on them and make them dim down a little bit if you want. I've actually not done that, I probably will do. Fantastic. And again, reg plate lamps, not as critical. I've got LEDs in mind with a 60k range. That's the colour spectrum, so it's a warm, what you call warm white, 60k. Heading up towards the 80s and 90s, you start getting a nice white up to blue. That's the colour spectrum, but we're just on incandescent effect. 60k warm white LEDs in the reg plate light. Little detail on the reg plate as well, shows the dealer sticker. Pontins of Andover here. I like that little touch. And it corresponds with the Pontins decal I had made here. The proper dealer, this car came from that dealer. A couple of people saying it shows as orange on the internet. It doesn't show as orange, it shows as silver, this car. Now, anyway, there was a delay. Of course, the COVID, you see it, DVLA. Took ages for them to change the colour. Anyway, they did it in the end. Thank you, DVLA, for doing it in the end. Details all the way. In fact, remember when I said about the rust? I do remember one spot. Look, so here we are. We'll have to keep our eye on this. I've got an unleaded sticker there just to remind me to use Super, because it runs a hell of a lot better on 97. The car doesn't like 95, it likes 97. Here, just on these folds of the fuel flap, I can just see, can you see that little bit of rust pouring out of there? The paint probably hasn't got right the way in when this was shot blasted. This was dipped and shot blasted. We got it in most, but you can see on the hinge pin there, a little bit of rust creeping out of that hinge pin. Can you see? So we'll just keep spraying that with WD-40, the fuel filler cap. So that's about it from what I can see, but that's not bad. There could be other bits. Nothing's come back so far. The weak point on these is always the door bottoms and the wing bottoms. They're always the weak point. I leathered these with paint, but down the years, it'll probably come back. It always does. Swampy survived quite well, actually, and so's Ruby. Tina G, even Tina G's held out. Tina G did have the wing bottoms go through. I actually welded in a little bit of metal on Tina G on one of the restos I did. Look at the coach line there, down there, very tight and nice. Anyway, enough of that. I want to give you a little reveal. It's Saturday night. It's a bonus video. You don't have to wait all week. There'll be a video next week too. This is to thank you for the super chatters and the Patreons. thank you, Super Chatters, and thank you, Patrons. Look what you've done. You've made a difference. Patrons and Super Chatters, you made a difference. Why? We've got another reveal. Electronics bench is open. But look! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I like, baby. Mr. Barry White's on the controls. The Love Walrus. Valentine's Day, don't forget. Look after your loved one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Krypton Overload. Krypton Megadose. Krypton. Hell yeah. Krypton Motorscope by Crypton Motorscope. Krypton. Diagnostic machine. Red LEDs. CRT screen. Analog deflection gauge. Advanced vacuum control diagnostic machine. Winding up, TV control system. Comes with all the cables. It's been in an accident. Light accident damage category D. Damage repairable. Krypton damage repairable. We're going to straighten that out. We're going to hammer that straight. We're going to repowder coat this. Damage repairable. The boom's gone over. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. Did you like that? Over. It went over. We got it at a bargain price. 62 of your English pounds. Someone had a sniper on it. Someone had a sniper. Was it you? I'm sorry if I beat you to it. Was it you who was sniping on my Krypton machine? Oh, do you know the bid went in at 1 second? So that's a sniper. I went in at 1 second as well. Pete C was sniping, but not with a sniper. I just held my finger over the button, took a chance. Go! Krypton. Cost me 100 quid to pick it up though. So stands me at 160. So anyway, because we couldn't put it, I didn't want to risk putting it on its back in a van. This guy said it'll cost you 80 quid in the van or 100 quid in the tail lift. I went for the tail lift option. I think we're still in there at a good price. Crypton Motorscope. Why get an 80s one? Because there is a reason. Oh, it comes with manuals. Look, 82, 79. This is why I think it's possible, right? They either backdated the books. 74, 78, 77, the year of punk. These books belong with this machine. So they've either backdated them or it's late 70s. I don't know. I think it's an 80s machine. I've tried to look at Krypton's history and I can't see when they started making the 335 Motorscope. Now, red LED was a 70s thing. These are definitely 62 models. So we've got a sort of 10-year mystery gap where there doesn't seem to be any Krypton machines in that period from 71 up to 80s. I've looked and I've looked and I've looked. There's tons of these 335s around. You're going to pay between 50 if it's a bargain, tops 2.5 if it's really tidy. I don't think you spend much more than 250 quid on one. 300 if it was really mint. For that, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. Look at this for a great toy to have in your workshop. And there's one on eBay at the moment. Have a look. What a great toy. Imagine this cleaned up. Yes, it's not the 70s period for the car, but it's still a nice piece to have in the garage. I've got this as a bit of a comparison tool. I've got this just to see what it looks like. I've got this to probably put in the other garage. I like the way the Krypton sign illuminates. Okay, I had this crazy idea of making this LED controlled, but with coloured, so you can have it on incandescent to look original, but you could change the colour and the Krypton would go across in red as a sort of Knight Rider effect, and you could just have it so it slowly goes Krypton along there in red and then goes back to white like that. It's crazy ideas like that, you know. Just I can build a circuit to do it. You don't have to have it on, you could just have it, you know, you could have the original fluorescent tube behind and then the red LEDs as a supplementary feature. Or you could have it so when you first power it up, it does a Knight Rider across the Krypton letters, then goes back to just normal. You don't want to go too crazy and ruin the period look. That gauge lights up crazy bright as well. Crypton Motorscope. Reason I bought it is because I'm right in the Motorscope bug. But I'm not forgetting it's a Cortina Mark III channel, so don't think I am. It's just that because of lockdown, I can't go and mess with other cars that are out there. There's been a few we could have gone and filmed. There's one in a field we found. Let you know about that later. But it's just to keep the momentum going. Look, it's all retro. It's great, and the electronics bench being open. Hope you're enjoying this Saturday night bonus film. Going out around 4, 5 o'clock, something like that. Okay, Valentine's Day tomorrow. Don't forget to get the flowers, guys. Girls, everybody. Don't forget, get your flowers. Okay, if there's any flowers coming in, the Brexit, the B word, any flowers actually arriving. Oh my God, I'm sure there will be. If not, get a cucumber or something. Right, yes, nice, wow, yeah, oh, so excited. And not only that, but it's Saturday morning. Well, Saturday afternoon now, it's gone 12, but... And we were drinking last night, not a lot, 4 bottles of Peroni, but that's enough to make me drunk as a skunk. So, you know, I had to lie in till 10, take the vitamin B, tons of water. You just about start waking up midday. How do you cope when you've done your Cortina City quaff? A lot of you sensible people on the herbal tea, don't forget nettle tea is absolutely therapeutic. If you can, get nettle tea. Go into your garden, put some gloves on, pick the fresh nettle heads and boil them and drink it. And you go and Google, look at the chemical composition of nettles and look how many beneficial chemicals there are in nettle tea. Okay? It won't do you no harm. Put some honey with it, some Manuka honey with it to sweeten it and have nettle tea every now and again, and go and get them nettles. Those nettles, they might sting you, but they're not the enemy. They're there to help. Nature's given us everything we need. Did you know that nature's already given us everything that we need? All these modern processed foods, you don't need them. Nature has given us everything. You know, we shouldn't really be building houses on farmland. We're going to need that farmland. Switch the houses to the high street shops that are empty, or the brownfield sites. Keep building them. We need tons of houses, don't get me wrong. But just don't stick them on that farmland. We need that farmland now. We could do with growing our own crops. Or more, putting some crops out, a few more crops out. If you've got a space in your garden, get a veg patch. Nettle tea, what the hell's that got to do? He's off, he's on one, he's lost it, he's losing it. We're losing it. Don't forget, I like a pizza too now and again. I like some junk food now and again. I'm not saying I don't. Cream cake, Victoria sponge. Oh, a properly moist Victoria sponge. A nice moist Victoria sponge, that jam and that properly done cream. If it's properly done, that cream just sort of, the texture of the cream, just the right consistency. The knife cuts through the Victoria sponge. You've got a nice cup of English tea, maybe an Earl Grey. And if you want, you can dunk that Victoria sponge. Oh, yeah. I'm not against it. I'm not trying to be a killjoy. But then you can go out and get that nettle soup down you, get that nettle tea down you, get some water. Tons and tons of water. Keep your body hydrated. It needs loads of water, your body. Keep that, your skin will look better. Try and eat tomatoes as well. They've got loads and loads of antioxidants in them. Try and keep it fresh if you can. What we got in my garden? Well, I've got a newt pond full of rare protected crested newts in the back. Beautiful creatures. The great crested newt. That pond's there to save them when someone tried filling in the pond when they did a building site. And they ended up having to put ponds in, and I helped by putting a pond in there for the crested newts come in through the garden. They can travel 2 kilometres, crested newts, from pond to pond. Wow, it's a nature lesson with Pete. See, Cortina City, keeping it varied, keeping it interesting. I'm not really bothered about the views anymore, or about whether people like what I do. I've decided to just be myself. That's the new policy. I don't really worry about validation these days. I've managed to get that out of my system. Not bothered if someone likes, and I'm not bothered if someone dislikes. I'm not bothered about the views anymore. I've got past that. I've got over it. I'm just going to be myself. I thought that's a good idea, just to be yourself. I think just be silly, keeps you young. Be stupid, it keeps you young. But put that sensible stuff on when it's needed. Don't lose grip on reality, of course. Got to be realistic. Stay focused, get at least 6 hours sleep. Exercise if you can. If you can't go to a gym, of course, walk. Go out and walk, put a warm coat on, go out and walk. You'll be surprised what half an hour to 1 hour walk can do to clear your head if you're feeling a bit down. Just try and just get some fresh air in there and switch off and look at nature if you can. Look at the birds and stuff like that. There's loads going on. That'll help with depression. Not always. I know it's really bad. I noticed last night, we brushed upon depression last night, folks. I've got mega depression problems as well, which I'm battling with. I am bloody battling. But it's working so far. The mania phases come in. I get this mania with the manic depression when he's got these mania days, which is the days I normally film. You won't see me filming on the depression days. Mania! You see what I mean? So, but I really thank everyone that watches. And if we lose some subscribers along the way because they all came aboard to see this get built, and now I'm not building anything like this, it's 20 grand a time. Do you think I can keep pumping these out? I'll try. If I could have funded it, I would have done. No, I'm just going to be myself and lose the subscribers, and I'll just have to see, just they either like me or they don't. And a couple of questions last night on the dislikes. I'm not bothered. Those people have got a right to put thumbs down. I'm glad that they can, that we were able to do that in this. It doesn't. I'm not bothered about it. I actually would be worried if they didn't. It doesn't matter. Those people who do the thumbs down, they're just poorly anyway. Or that's a genuine right. They don't like it. That's what the button's for. You can't expect everyone to like everything that you do, even if it's a thumbs down before they've watched it. That's just someone being silly. They just need, I'm not bothered. I forgive them. Or I don't even have to forgive them because they've not done anything wrong. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's just entertainment, to be fair. Really don't worry about that. If you're doing a YouTube channel, I think Mark's Garage was saying he's got a serial thumbs down. Mark, it doesn't matter. They just can't help it. Just people, it's just laugh at them. They're just silly. And I want to help them anyway. And if I met someone, say, I'm your serial thumbs downer, someone comes up at the NEC and, oh, thanks, I'll shake their hand, Not bothered. Well, thanks for watching and putting the thumbs down. Brilliant. It just doesn't make any difference. It's just completely, if you let things like that get in the way, you can't engage that full power drive that we've got and keep on pushing forward. We're not bothered. Just laugh. And I don't think, these people, they're just people. They can do what they want. This is a free world. That's their right to express that Pete's a dickhead. That's great. Sometimes I like being a dickhead. I'm not bothered. Care less. I'm not a nasty person. I've got time for people, and I'm I look after people, and I've not even got any bitterness really or hatred, even for the people that are horrible to me. I don't care. I just want to help people, really, So that's that. So like I say, I'm not bothered if I lose viewers. I just want to be me now, and that's it. And whoever I am is who I am. So that's it. You've always got to learn, and you've always got to try and improve yourself, of course. There's always room for that. Admit your mistakes when you make them. Just be a genuine person. Admit if you fuck up, I fucked up. I'm crap. I fucked up. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Or I'm really good at this. And don't forget, give yourself credit as well. That's important. Gratitude's important. Thank yourself for the things you have got. In life, you might think, Christ, everything's gone tits up. Well, there's a lot of stuff that hasn't. And that media, watch that media, because they seem to love concentrating on all the negative stuff, and they hardly ever tell you when things are going good. They love the doom and gloom. So don't let that doom and gloom get you, because there's a lot of positivity out there. Positivity is a great thing. So, it's turned into a bloody philosophy lesson, hasn't it? But I don't mind. Some people like me rambling on. I'm just going to concentrate on the people that like me, what I do, and what the channel does, and take that risk of losing those subs, and just be true. Krypton, ramble over. Krypton, you know what? Let's take the cover off, open it up. I was told it works. Let's just get the exposure. I was told it works. The guy I bought it off was a real nice, genuine guy. He was a sheep farmer. He was brilliant. What a great guy. And he sold me this. We got chatting straight away. It's crazy. I met someone through buying a Crypton machine. I was chatting to him for half an hour about sheep farming. Let's have a look inside, see if it switches on. We'll be careful, follow the rules. I think it's bone dry. I think it works. We'll bring the power up slowly. Krypton then, and then I might do a live chat on the laptop before 8, as long as it gets before 8 o'clock. Bonus footage! Saturday night, or Saturday evening. I'm just going to dust it down and check the electrics. A lot of dust on it. Okay, we've slowly wound up the power. Fluorescent tubes have come on. Backlight to that gauge has come on. Some lamps here have come on, though these are just incandescent bulbs, so we've no digital readout yet on there, although it did show some gobbledygook when it first booted. These gauges down here are just vacuum. You can do a vacuum test by winding this wheel. That's operational. Scope dead, unfortunately. See, we do get the gobbledygook coming up when you boot down, so it's having a go. But I've got 12 volts going in from the bench power supply there. It's not picking it up. I've got a signal generator here, trying to push a signal into the scope. I can't hear any HT, high tension, high voltage. Danger, danger! I can't hear any HT going on. Tube's lit up, the heater on the tube. Remember we talked about that tube heater. There's a little glow. You can just see it on the camera there, look. Don't worry, I'm not going to get too close. But with no HT going, you'd normally hear that as I hear and smell a bit of Corona, and you'd hear Corona, Corona. You'd hear the HT. So, Coroni, you got New York style. I can do a deal. A great deal. Some say the best deal. China. I don't think anything was made in China, but... So, how'd you get to it all then? Let's get the torch. How'd you get to the back of the Krypton? It looks like, have a look here, can you see like a drawer roller, like you get on a chest of drawers, a roller there, look, and a roller there, look. You know what they've done? They've made it so that the whole thing slides out from the front. This entire set will come out from the front. So this must be loose. The whole thing draws forward. We've just got to find the release catches and push it forward. So that's how they've done that. Let's go and do that now. We should be able to have a peek inside. We can probably wind up a bit more power, running on 200. I've took it up to 220 actually. Still no readout on the screen, but I have got 12 going in. So I would expect to switch to battery here. I'm learning these controls, by the way. So you do get dots moving, but they're just bulbs. They're just hardwired bulbs to these buttons. So we should get 12 volts readout, really, unless I'm doing something wrong. But we haven't got any trace on the screen, and I can't hear the HT. This is the control box for the HT. Right, it's time for investigations. Guys and girls, we are in. We are in. Let me get the torch. There's an Allen key at the back. Wind the Allen key out, unbolts, and the whole thing is on the runners as we thought. Well designed for servicing, so now we can see the lay of the land. HT cup on the screen. Looks clean, some big caps there. Looks in good order initially. Could just be a case of reseating some of these cards if we're lucky. There's that display. Should be able to work on that. Plenty of digital stuff there for me to get stuck into, and as I thought, hardwired with bulbs, it looked like they were. So basically we'll have a digital voltmeter there. There's some nice test points, so we can work on this. Not like the other set, it's a little bit harder for me to do. Usual. This is more familiar territory now. I'm spotting stuff straight away. Okay, we're going to just, we're powered down, just discharge those caps. That's where we're at, but we'll probably call it a day at this point and leave you in suspense. Because this was only supposed to be a short video, and what it ended up. Only supposed to be short. Blooming heck. So, half working at the moment. So am I opening up a rat's nest for myself? A rod for my back? Yes, I am, but it's fun. It's a hobby. A rod for Pete's back. Oh dear. Okay, got to get ready for this evening, Saturday night. I'll see if I can get this uploaded. You never know. I shall try. In the meantime, as I said, thank you for those super chats. This was a treat for you. And next week, we will be doing this and these ones and building this circuit. There's tons of techie stuff. That's the way we are for a while till we can get out on the road and find an abandoned Cortina Mark III. I have got some storage space now, so things are looking a little brighter, courtesy of some people helping me out. Over and out, it's just Pete C. If I get anything in the next half hour, I'll film it on here. If not, it means I didn't get it going. Okay. Folks, an update. I said if there's any change, things are looking good. We've got a voltage. We've got a voltage. If I turn up my power supply now, this is measuring the battery voltage of the car. Looks like it's come to life. Hang on, let me just knock out the wall lights in here. I'll just give you a better look on the display. There you go. There you go. Right, so I'm connected across. This should go up. Yep, there you go. We're in. We got a volt gauge running. That's that part done. Just reseated a card. See, I know I'm better on digital. So with everything stabilising now. Power lights on, that wasn't on before, and that was that power supply card, just the middle, just towards the back, reseated it. So what we've got here is corrosion on some of the multi-plugs and some of the edge connectors on these cards here onto the motherboard. Very similar this to what I was working on in the arcades in the 80s. I worked on all amusement machines in the 80s. Asteroids, Space Invaders, all the pinballs, up to your Street Fighter 2 video games, your pole positions, Super Sprint, Outrun, Meg Afterburner, loads. I worked on them all. And it was all built very similar to this. This is mid-80s, but look, it's got mid-80s written all over this. If anything, late 70s max. I doubt this. It's got to be early 80s to mid-80s. Love to get a date on it. So far, no date code come through, but I'm very pleased that we've got something here. We're going to just check how accurate it is now. This DVM's pretty good. I found this to be quite stable and accurate, this one. Me cheapo's not as good. We should get the same. Switch down. Took me antihistamine, by the way. It's working. It's got to kick in yet. Right, here we go. Okay, 12.98. 13. Well, 0.2 of a volt. We're not going to complain about that, are we? You know, it's not even 0.2, it's less. It's 0.1. No, it's 0.02 of a volt. Look. 13 there. When you get 13 here, you get 13.1. Okay, so that's good enough for us. Who knows who's right and who's wrong, but that's certainly good enough for us. I'm pleased that we've got that first readout. I think there is an 70s model of this, and it's got red segment display here. That's the model I want, so I'm going to move this on once I get it fixed. So I want the red LED readout, not this. So this will be definitely getting moved on. I'm going to repowder coat the cabinet. I'm going to fix this damaged socket here. Looks like I say it's fallen over. Straighten that metal out. Repowder coat this. I might not do it. Well, really, it should be in yellow. If I was keeping it from my garage, I'd like to match it into the original scheme of red. I have seen one of these in red, and it wasn't this late. I'd prefer this in powder coat red. I know that's going crazy because it's not keeping it original, but I think it's quite garish in yellow. But if you're a stickler for originality, that would be sacrilege, of course. But if I was keeping it, I'd be very tempted to do that in red and make a tie-in here so that these letters, it goes across like that, Krypton, like a Knight Rider. Well, that's a bit, is it a bit gay? A bit, sorry, I shouldn't say gay, should I? Is that a bit, we used to say that at school a lot. Apologies for anybody who's offended by that statement. Pete C apologises. Is it a bit, what should be the word? Silly, whatever you want to call it, you know? A bit daft, it's better. Okay, don't know what you think. We'll see. So, have we got a trace for the scope? I certainly saw the screen bump. I think I've got HT. I can hear the HT running. So, I don't know how you get a trace on that. It could be that you don't have a picture yet till the leads are connected to have like a sort of screen saving facility. It might not light up. I was expecting we'd get a line here, but that could be that I've not, because obviously I don't know how to use it. We just don't know. Certainly that needle gauge is running. That looks good. And you get these little arrows light up when you select the inputs. It looks like they all work. Not sure how you get the others down there. We're still learning. There's some voltage inputs here. This could make things go crazy. Ooh, look, that changes to a different. Oh, is this the kilovolts? Your coil measurement. Yes, that's the range. These are your spark inputs. Oh, there's the gun, the strobe gun. Look, this is now running. We've got, is that a tacho? Sure, that's showing a degree. That's dwell, I think. Yeah, that's. I think that's dwell. That's certainly an angle. Hang on, that's certainly an angle there. I think that's dwell. Sometimes I have to just keep checking the little miniature screen I have on this camera to make sure that you're in frame. Sometimes I drift off frame because I'm not looking at the screen. It's a very small screen, but it's a very good camera. So what have we got? Dwell. What's that? Checking for, I don't know, that's voltage across the spark plug perhaps. Voltage across your coil. No volts across the coil. I wonder if you was to connect the coil pickup, you'd now get that showing. Yeah, that's voltage across your coil, all right. I don't know where the coil hookups are. There is, unfortunately, a lead that's been cut. One of the input leads is cut, which is a real downer. And I don't know what it is. It's probably one of the scope inputs. Someone's chopped the plug off it. Damn it. That makes life tricky for me. This one of the inputs to this set has the lead. In fact, actually that dual lead, whatever this is, this extra lead here, has been chopped. We've got the croc clip pickups, both colours here, but we're missing. I'm going to have to go online and we're going to have to hunt down to see what these cables are supposed to be. We might never get a scope input without those. it's good that that's happening. And here's another good thing, it's relatively easy to restore one of these machines. So these are the ones maybe you want to be getting, because you can slide the entire chassis out, unscrew everything, and then repowder coat in nice yellow, whatever you want to do it in. In my case, as I said, I might do it in bright cherry red. You can take it all apart, fix the base nice, powder coat everything up, get a nice new rubber mat for the bottom. Okay, this is damaged, a bit trickier. This is printed onto vinyl. You could get a new one then made, look, and peel it off. I need a button for mine too here, look. But you could get that made. This might clean up, we'll see. So, easy to restore. Very easy to restore. Looking forward to doing this. A lot easier than my earlier models, but these are just, have got that much more retro feel to them, as you can see. However, people growing up who are in the 20s and 30s now, like I'm an old git, this would be their equivalent of old school, you see. So, you know, it's all relative, isn't it? Anyway, if I get a trace, I'll be back. If not, I promise I'll get this video up. See you in a sec. Here's one for Wayne. A bit of 4 hertz action for Wayne. Better buckle up. Oh, watch it. Bit of 4 hertz action for Wayne Baker. Woo! Oh, Wayne! Mac, get to the chopper! In a panic, they tried to pull the plug. Skynet became self-aware at 12:42 a.m. on August the 12th, 2020. Mac, get to the chopper! What the fuck are you? What the fuck are you? If it bleeds, we can kill it. Mac, get to the chopper! Mac, get to the chopper! Mac! Mac! This is Skynet is a learning computer. The T1000 is built much better than me. The T1000 is my medic polyalloy. It's a learning computer. Your clothes, give them to me now. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Mike, get to the chopper! I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. When I came to the USA, I wanted to be big. When I came to the USA, I wanted to learn all about the things, to learn how to speak like American for the American dream. I am Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm a Terminator. Skynet became self-aware at 12:42 a.m. They tried to pull the plug, but it was too late. They tried to pull the plug on the Krypton machine, but it was too late. They tried to pull the plug on the Krypton machine. Mark, get to the chopper. What the fuck are you? 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 Mark, if it bleeds, we can kill it. Knock, knock. I was told Sarah Connor's here. I'm a friend of hers. Could I see her, please? Nah, you'll have to wait. She's making a statement. If you want to wait, there's a bench right over there. I'll be back. Fuck you, asshole. Hey, you got a dead cat in there or something? Fuck you, asshole. A bit of 4K action for Wayne Baker. That 4K rumbling through Wayne's speakers on his headset. Wayne Baker. Catch you soon, hope you enjoy. Keep on quaffing. We'll catch you next week on Cortina City. This little bit is Crypton madness. Hasta la vista, baby. No problemo. No problemo. No problemo.